ఎవరిది బ్యాచ్ 3 బ్యాచ్ 4 ఏదో.
जो पेंडिंग है उनका ड्राइव आज करना है। यस सर।
ఏది నా సెల్ ఇవ్వు అక్కడ ఉంది.
కేసు పెంచుకున్నాను.
అదే ఇవ్వు ఒకసారి.
ఇది ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా డేనా.
లేదా ఫ్యాన్ ఇరా ఒకసారి. ఫ్యాన్ ఏమన్నా
ఇక్కడ నువ్వు ఒక్క నిమిషం ఇక్కడ ఓపెన్ చేయక్కర్లేదు రైట్. ఒక్క నిమిషం.
ఓకే ఓకే ఉండు. ఇది ఈరోజు ఏంటి బ్యాచ్ 4 కాదు, ఇది బ్యాచ్ 3. ఇది కాదు డిసెంబర్ నైట్ బ్యాచ్. ఫ్యాన్ ఇరా.
Hi sir, good evening sir.
Yeah, Muhammad Rizwan ji and Mustafa Khan. Good evening.
Thank you sir, thank you sir.
Okay, we'll just wait for everyone to join. Okay.
Okay sir, right sir, right sir.
Assalamu alaikum sir. Hi, hello, hi.
Yeah, Mustafa ji. Good evening.
Hi sir, how are you?
Fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll wait for everyone to join, because without that somebody will be again having a problem. We'll see for 10-15 minutes and start.
Right sir.
I think no one is joining. Why everyone is not joining?
Sir, I don't know.
Okay. So we'll wait for 6:15.
Hello, sir.
We'll
Okay.
wait for another 5-10 minutes and start
Okay.
working.
Okay.
Maximum
Hello, sir.
5
How are you?
Fine. Asad Kanji, good evening.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Khalil ji. Good evening, na? Good afternoon, huh? Right, okay. So I also sometimes do that because continuously if you are engaged in morning sessions, na? So even if somebody talks to me in the evening, I'll tell them as good evening, good morning only.
Yes, sir. Really sorry.
No, no,
Class
no. It
on
happens. I'm
15.
saying, Khalil ji, it happens with everyone, bol raha hoon. Because even I also many times that is I because morning times if there are many classes, na, even if somebody talks to me in the evening, due to that morning impact, na, I will try to say good morning only. So it happens. It's not not something serious, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can everybody see me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are looking so beautiful.
Myself,
Yes, sir.
I don't think
Nice
so.
t-shirt, sir.
Huh?
Nice t-shirt.
Thank you very much. At least I got some trust from you.
Sir, class will start on 6:15.
No, no, another 2-3 minutes. Yeah. Now the time is 5. As per your time, it is 5:40, na? 5:37.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 38.
5:38. आपका टाइम से 5:45 का शुरू होगा. Exactly. Without any delay, we'll start.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, Gulam Ishaq ji, good evening.
Yes, sir.
आपके लिए वेट कर रहे हैं सब लोग.
Thank you, sir. I am here.
Okay. So 2 मिनट 9:06. एक 2-3-4
Okay,
मिनट में
sir.
स्टार्ट करेंगे.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Asad Khan, where you are sitting now, it is very near to highway or some road, right? Na? Because there is a lot of traffic, I can listen.
Sir, from my side,
Yeah. Actually, your mic was on. I was able to hear a lot of sound from outside. Actually, it's some traffic sound or something. Is it that or is it a mic problem?
sir, this is mic problem. I am in office.
Acha, you're in office, kya? Okay. I thought it is like some vehicle moving and all, heavy vehicles moving and all. I thought it's you are
Sir, I
in.
am in oil field.
Okay. So then, right. Okay, it's okay. So I thought you're in the house and a window is open,
Sir,
something like that. Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, no
Sir,
problem. Yes. Yeah, tell me, sir. Asad ji, क्या कुछ बोल रहे तो?
I'm working in Aramco.
Very good. So Aramco is one of the most sought after company by every individual. People wish to work in Aramco. You're good. You're working in a
Yes,
very big company.
yes, sir. I am interning here.
Very good. You're into which department? HSC only, no?
No, sir. Operation officer.
Acha, so if operation means specifically you're into
Work,
technical
sir.
division or what?
Yes,
Like
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Technical working.
Okay, so you're engineer, na, by this one or
No, sir. No.
okay,
Uh,
right.
in the back, I am do CS, BS Computer Science, but because of our country situation, no jobs.
Okay, so you're
So
taken
this
up in
year, yes, sir.
that is the reason many people I think are opting to have a Nebosh IGC also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we need to, what is there? Once we are born, we have to survive, na? That's the only thing. We have to do
Yes.
whatever best is we can do.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, what we'll do, we'll slowly start up. I think nobody's interested to come, maybe due to problem. So what today, as I discussed, anyway, let them see the video. Since you're all there, we can have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So ensure that we all participate in some risk assessment process. Okay, so that's what I said it right before that. That's also important for IG2 as well as for IG1. Yeah. Yeah, can everybody see this particular screenshot what I'm showing you or presentation? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right. So this is how your risk assessment has to be carried out. So this is specifically this is the pattern that you need to follow for IG2 also. Of course, in IG2 you have to write part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Part 2 is the process of collecting information relevant to risk assessment. So in part 2, you're supposed to write a risk assessment. So what we are going to do is that for doing risk assessment, you need to collect, you need to present the information in. Hope everybody is listening, na? Mustafa ji, Muhammad Rizwan, Shahib, Khalil, and Ghulam
Yes,
Ishaq.
sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
please,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah. Right. See, this particular thing is important because it will be helpful for your IG2. Also, it will be helpful for your understanding in IG1 also. This is the only topic, risk assessment, which helps in both the things because the entire IG2 is dependent on this only, of course. Now, coming back to our discussion, you can see column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, and column 6. So what we will do, we will take a empty Word document and we'll start writing one hazard. Here they have taken working at height as a hazard category, and for falling into the people falling into the inspection pit is hazard. See, please understand that now in the safety we come across hazard and risk, right? We should also know what is the difference between a hazard category and hazard. Hazard category means a general hazard where many hazards come into that is called a hazard category. For example, when we are talking about working at height, many people think that it is a hazard. Yes, but it is a hazard category. Why? Because in the hazard category itself, there are many hazards. So when you are working at height, what things can go wrong? What are the things that can go wrong? When you are working at height, what are the things that can go wrong?
You will be fall from height, sir.
Yes, but people can fall from height. That is the first hazard. Second hazard,
Second hazard is, sir, the people became injury.
no. That is the
Yes,
outcome
sir.
of hazard.
Hazard is.
See, first one is you said very good thing. That is people falling down. That is one hazard. Injury is the outcome of hazard. It is not the hazard. So injury is the outcome of the hazard. Now people falling down. And what can fall down?
Sir, second one is that from how much height it became fall.
Yes,
Low,
people.
medium, or high.
Correct.
Your tools also fall from height.
Yes, Sasaji. That is what, one by one you have to come. First one, people falling down from the height. That is the first hazard. Second hazard is the tools. Matlab
The
the
tools you
worker.
are using for working on height,
Yes, yes,
like
they can.
hammer
Yes,
or this types.
yes, anything. They may take many tools. It can be from a simple tool to a very big tool, whatever it is. It can be a grinder, it can be electrical drill, it can be a normal hammer, it can be a screw spanner, it can be a screwdriver, it can be a wrench, whatever you call. So he will be taking that along with him to work. So if he is a mason, he take all the construction equipment. Anything that falls down can impact a person who is going down. So that is also hazard. That is also a one time. So people falling down is one hazard. Items falling down is one hazard. So next, he might be standing on the particular scaffold, right? Particular scaffold. So the scaffold or some kind of a equipment, anything we can call. Yes, sir.
Sir, a person who is working on scaffolding under you, and you can fall on her.
Yes, that is people that is a people falling down. Yeah, yeah. What
Sir,
you said
another person working under you
under
on
you means.
scaffolding. Sir,
So, right, for example, when you're working at a height, you're saying that people will walk underneath me so that either even if I fall or tools may fall, both will impact the person who is walking down. No? There are actually two hazards only. Typically, in working at height, there will be two hazards. One, the person falling down, and another is the equipment falling down. These are the two hazards only typically. And the third hazard, it is taken also in books sometimes that both like scaffolding suddenly gets loosened somewhere. So along with the scaffold, the person also will fall down. So he will also get injured and he will make injured others also. Their people and material are falling at the same time. Okay, so that is the third hazard actually. Sometimes it is taken as a both the things falling down from the same height. Okay, next, what is the fourth hazard? While trying to persons when they're trying to move from one scaffold base plate to another scaffold base plate, they may slip and trip and fall. I mean, they may not fall down, but fall at that point. So that is also taken as a weak hazard. So normally major hazards are falling from height and tools falling. That is the hazard. Working at height is a hazard category. Please understand. Suppose, let me take one more hazard category. You will come to know before getting confined space. We are taking confined space. So confined space is a hazard category. Okay, now, you know what are different hazards in confined space.
Sir,
Now, yeah.
sir, what is confined space? What's mean?
Confined. So as per the definition, confined space means there are 5, 6 definitions for confined space. Suppose when you get into a place where there is less amount of oxygen than breathable atmosphere that is supposed to be there, that is a confined space. Suppose when you go into a place which you cannot normally walk, you need to crawl, where you need to go inside with much trouble, like into submarines or pipelines and all, that becomes a confined space. Third one, where there is only single exit and entry without any other windows, doors and all, that is a confined space. Where there is a disturbance, where there is a presence of toxic atmosphere like deep tunnels or deep deep tanks or other vats that are present inside the this earth. Okay, so sometimes you see when somebody goes into a cave or somebody goes into some closed space, they may feel very agitated and they feel something is crushing their body. It's nothing but the oxygen is coming down and the body is struggling to get oxygen. That is why it is trying to push you to get the oxygen as fast as possible. So that's why you feel heavy. So anything, toxic atmosphere or lack of CO2 or there is I mean, which is not possible to have human, where humans cannot be staying there, single entry and exit. Okay, all these things come under confined space. So confined space has got so many definitions for it. Okay, only one thing cannot be taken as confined space, right? So the confined space is a place, especially you see in many people, you might come across many incidents where in some cases when they want to clean a tank, like effluent treatment plant, which is kept in companies and all to treat waste, sewage and all, there, when somebody gets into that particular pit to clean, they will suddenly become unconscious and somebody else go to pick him up. So they will also become unconscious and all the people will start dying. So it is because it is due to the presence of toxic gas, that is called methane gas, that has to be properly eliminated first. That is why when we get into a confined space, there are a lot of hot working permits taken, many controls taken to ensure that a proper atmosphere is provided first. Otherwise, so going into confined space is getting into a death trap actually. So that is why it is taken after hot work. This confined space is one of the most important safety checks and security checks done in any industry without any compromise. Got it?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So in
Short,
yeah,
narrow place.
shortener,
Short or narrow places or
correct,
hazard place.
correct. All these things are becoming, especially you think of a pipelines, think of tanks, where they have got, see, have you seen very big tanks, na? Even if you take 10,000 kiloliters of tank in your Aramco also, if you
Yes,
take
sir.
the biggest tank, it will be some 50,000 kiloliters. But still, it will have only simple two manholes only, small manholes, that's all. To only in case of required cleaning and required purpose. It will not have a big doors, windows and all. Na? So that
Yes,
small manhole, when
yes, sir.
that is only used to for person for going and cleaning. Yeah, so in that big tank, when you got only that much small hole, normal atmospheric air cannot get exchanged so easily. So that is why we need to have external sources like exhaust fans and all to send air into that. That is why cleaning of that tanks requires so much of safety and security. That is the reason in your company when anybody gets into a tank cleaning or something, so many people will start coming and checking the entire premises left and right, and they have got so many probes. They will have continuous probes. How much is the atmospheric air? Is there any what is the amount of CO2, what is the amount of carbon monoxide, what is the amount of toxic gas, how the oxygen is moving around. Any small difference that will give an alarm to the outside person and immediately will call all the people inside the tank to stop working and they will tell to come out. Once again, they replace all the things into a common, again everything becomes normal, then only they are supposed to get into. So there they get into SCABA and all. Hope you might have seen all those things.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is how we have to start writing all these things. Okay. So what I will try to do, we will start taking one particular hazard category and hazard and we'll start writing. Okay. I'll open this. So in the second column, we have to write who might be harmed and how. Means from that hazard, what are the injury that it can occur, how the injury can, how it can happen and who are the people who are in that particular process. Suppose second one says that who might be harmed and how. Suppose in the confined space is there. Until unless somebody gets into the confined space only, he will get that harm. People who are standing outside the confined space, they will not get any injury. Okay, so when we write who might be harmed, then you have to write that people who are only going into the confined space for any work, whether it's a welding work, cleaning work, whatever work, only those people will get harmed and how. See, if it is a lack of oxygen, he can die of oxygen deprivation. If it is due to a very tight space, okay, ergonomic issues. All these things you have to start writing and what injuries it will result. Next, what you are already doing, the column 3. So in the column 3, we have to write what are the existing controls. What you are already doing means in order to ensure that this particular hazard does not create many problems or does not create any risk, we already kept some controls already. Any company will have some controls. That whatever controls are there, you may write that control, confined space, one person is there, hot work permit system, sorry, confined space permit system is there. So all the checks are there, everything you write it. Now in column 4, what extra controls you want to keep? What, that is the thinking, the what extra controls based on the advancement in technologies and other best practices from other companies, and how people are able to save lives in confined space. So you will try to pick up information from different sources, and you would think what is best and what can be developed for this company. You will start writing in the column 4. In column 5, when you've taken some action plan for some control, can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So the time scale is very important. Time scale in the sense, suppose I give, and the time scale should be made with common sense. For example, let me give you, I will write that I have to procure a diesel generator. Okay, that is what my one of the controls. Anything, I don't know what is the hazard, but I'm just giving an example. So you'll write that what further, in order to ensure that the electricity is 24 hours, I plan of buying a diesel generator. Okay, that's the control I want to keep. Now, what is the time scale that you will give for procurement? You have to give some 12 months or 6 months, because this is buying a diesel generator is a very big project, and it many financial implication to the company. So the company MD, the finance director, and the top management will decide based on so many pros and cons. They will not just like they say, yes, Mr. XYZ has told, Asaji has told, let us give some 40-30 lakhs and make that. Raisa nahi hai. They will ask everything. What is the advantage? If I keep some 20 lakhs on that machine, what is the return of investment? In how many years I can bring back that investment? When it will become productive? All those things. So when there is a huge investment involved, you have to take time scales as between 6 months to 12 months. Simple controls, like suppose you want to buy a, you're using gloves, dust gloves. Now you want to procure PVC gloves. For that, it is very easy, because you just require a piece of 2 gloves as a sample. Once you are okay with it, you will give a purchase order and you will immediately procure it, because it can be locally procured with least amount of money. So anybody will give you the money. So those things you will have 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay. So some things which require somewhat a better control, like having a local exhaust ventilation, where you need to have certain engineering or 1 or 2 days shutdown for the plant to do it. There also we need to take some 6 months. So whatever controls you take, the time scale should be made with common sense. Otherwise, in the final exam, in the IG2, they will also check whether you're just giving some value or is it trustworthy. Right. Next, column 6, you will also have responsible person. See, for every action plan, you have to justify a responsible person, because without responsible person, no objective can move forward. Suppose you are trying to buy a diesel generator. So the most responsible person is the finance director, because until unless he releases the money at that cost, he signs the check for that huge amount, that can never be procured. So if you give him responsibility, he will start trying to justify himself that this is the thing that has come, and he will start talking with top management to procure this. So this is the responsible person's job. For the PPE, for PPE is a simple thing. Anybody will get money. So you don't require finance director for that. You can have HSC manager or HSC officer who can pursue this particular this one. If nobody, yeah, that is very easy to procure. If somebody is not releasing money, also you can just talk to your manager and say, sorry, is not releasing. So the manager will help him out to release the work order. Right? So this is how we have to understand. Now we will go to one worksheet and do that. Okay. 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. Right. How many people have joined? Anybody has come? No, so it can. Mr. Yeah. Can you? No, it's not. No. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we are going to do an exercise where everybody's. This one is required. So now everybody's attention is required in this one because now we are going to do a small exercise on one activity. Let us now let me try to create a scenario so that you'll all understand. For example, the scenario is that there is office on the first floor. Okay, so there is an office which is there present on the first floor, some office, and all the employees they're supposed to walk on the staircase that is there from the ground floor to the that first floor. So people have to walk through that. There is no lift actually. That's the this. And the particular steps are also in there cornered at two places, which means that you'll have slightly a step going on 10 steps. Then there is a bend there, and there is another 10 steps. There are another, and there is a bend and another 10 steps. So there are actually 30 steps that are supposed to reach to the first floor. So since it is the stairs are so constructed that you have to just bend or not bending. You have to just turn after reaching the 10th step, so that again you need to get on the 10 steps. Again you need to turn right so that you will reach to the 10 steps. So the total 30 steps you have to walk. In that process, the one of the thing that particular company HR has come up with many what we can say complaints that the steps are very slippery. The steps are slippery. So that is the thing. Only slippery part they have told. So now many visitors are also sometimes who are coming for that company also. They complained about the steps, slippery steps, and jute care has to be taken. Even the manager also, the MD also once was able to fall down, but he somehow adjusted. So he also raised that point, but due to other issues, he forgot to tell actually. So since the complaints are increasing, the HR manager thought that it is high time to do one risk assessment. So what is going on wrong and what we can do, what are the controls. So we need to have a clarity on why these things are happening. So this is where he has pursued to do a risk assessment. So he has recruited all of you, people who are present here, all the 9 people. So he's recruited to do a risk assessment about the slippery nature of the steps, which is leading to slips and fall. Now we have to start that particular activity of doing the risk assessment for this particular thing, right? So the hazard category is, you have to start writing what you have discussed. Slips, you have to write what hazard category you are actually thinking of. So you have to write slips. Is everybody clear with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sahib Khalil, Asad Khan, Muhammad Umar, Ghulam Ishaq, Mustafa Khan, you're all listening, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Please listen, but that is because it's important for your IG too, that's why. Muhammad Debar.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, Asad ji.
sir, please can you revise the scenario
Okay.
from start?
I'll do that. Okay. So the scenario is that there is an office on the first floor. Okay, the ground
Okay, sir.
floor.
Okay.
Ground. Okay, Mr. 1 minute. Let somebody is joining. Mr. Who joined now? Muhammad Rasool. Mr. Muhammad Rasool, you're there? Mr. Muhammad Rasool. Mr. Muhammad Rasool. Can you hear me, Mr. Muhammad Rasool ji?
Check with that. Yes, I am here.
I have some issue with my mic sit. Okay,
Sir,
then
check the chat, sir.
क्या जी? गुलाब जी कुछ बोल रहे हो क्या?
Sir, I telling you that he tell you chat that I hear you.
Okay. No, but I should. He said that there is a problem with his mic set, so that is why he is not able to some. Okay, but he's never said that he's listening to me. He said that he has issue with mic, which means that he's automatically listening. Yeah. So I think he's Mr. Rasul ji, you're new to this batch or you're already coming, because I don't remember calling your name too many times. So that is why I just thought of asking whether you are continuously coming or this is the first class or something like this. That is why. Anyway, right. Right. Now coming to the scenario, Asad ji, please listen carefully, everyone again. So what we are trying to do is that the scenario is that a person, this about the office actually. The office is being stationed in the first floor. That is, and all the persons, all the staff, employees of that particular office which is situated on the first floor, they have to approach the first floor through the steps. There is no lift mechanism, there is no ramp or anything. Only approach to first floor is through lift, through steps. Only one steps, only at one side there is steps, okay. On the left side of the building, you have to start getting into the each floor. It's a 2-floor building. In the second floor, there are only some go down or something like that, which is not used too much many of the times. Okay, that's not important to us. For only we are interested in first floor. That's right. So the scenario is that there is an office in the first floor and all the people in the office have to approach the first floor only while through the steps. So in the morning or evening, whenever they're leaving or anybody coming to that office, they have to come through steps. So they have totally climbed 30 steps. At each 10th step, there is a turning. So steps they will be in a typical way. They are designed to have a rotational aspect, so that you will have minimal space and you can approach that floors very easily. So you have a 10th step where you can again take a turn and reach the other 10 steps and again take a turn and reach. So you'll reach the first floor. So that's you will reach the first floor. That's how we need to do that. So over a period of time, from the 1 month or so, many people started complaining that the staff, the clients who are coming there, and other people also complaining that few people are slipping down whenever they're using that. So slippery nature of the steps is very high. Okay. So now, as the complaints are increasing, one day it so happened that even the MD of the company was come for some visit. He also slipped, but due to he could adjust himself. But he also brought that point to the notice of HR, but he could not take it seriously because there was some other work. So he went off. Now the HR wanted to take this very serious, because if the next time the MD comes, he may try to ask what has happened, even though it was never a part of discussion. So they thought that we'll do a risk assessment. Why people are slipping? Why the slippery nature? And what is the actual hazard? What is the risk? What controls everything? Only when you do a proper risk assessment, only we will come to know. So that is the scenario. So that slippery nature of the steps is what we are trying to take it as a hazard. The slipping, okay, slippery nature of the steps is what we are trying to do that. Okay, slips and falls is a general category. In that, slippery nature of the floors is the actual hazard. So we'll take that into consideration and start doing the risk assessment. So आशा जी, आपको clear है अभी?
Yes, sir. Clear है, clear है.
So first of all, when you start writing in the first column, this is the first column. Yeah, क्या बोल रहे हो? बोलो जी. So right, nobody is okay. Mic on है ना? Okay. Now coming this slips, trips and falls. Now this is what you have to write. First you have to write hazard category. What is the hazard category? Slips, trips and falls. One hazard category. In that, slippery nature is the slippery nature of the steps. That is the hazard which you have taken. Okay, slippery nature of the steps. That is the hazard. See, hazards can be anything. So sometimes you can have a uneven steps, or they can be cables on this one, some obstruction, anything. All these things are hazards, but we'll take slippery nature of the. So now the second column, who might be harmed and how? Who might be harmed and how? Now tell me, when you're trying to slippery nature of the steps, so if somebody, who are the people who are going to slip on the steps? You have to write all the who are the persons who are.
Sir, employees or employers.
Yes, all the employees, employers. Matlab anybody comes to visit, any clients, visitors. Okay.
Sweepers, cleaners.
So visitor, clients, third contract. Instead of writing sweepers and all, now we'll write contract job employees. So anybody, right? It can be electrician, it can be this one, maintenance people, or it can be sweepers, it can be housekeeping personnel, anybody. So contract job employees, all the people, you can say, instead of employees, you have to write all the regular employees, employers, clients, visitors, contract job employees are exposed to this hazard. This is what you have to write it. Now, in the second one, after writing this first part, you have to write who might be harmed. We are written all these people will be exposed to this hazard, and they can be, and they can get exposed, rather exposed to this hazard, and injured, and can be injured. Okay. So this is now how. So you have to write who might be harmed, all these people, how they'll be harmed. So now you have to think when somebody gets really exposed to this hazard, they'll be injured. So what will be the impact of the injury? You have to write how they'll get, if somebody is falling from the steps, na, so what are the different injuries that can happen?
Sir, their knees and elbows are injured.
The injuries can, you have to write like this. Injuries can result in sprains, sprains, muscle stretches, uh, mm, hair cracks. Okay, or we can say a bone, what we can say that sprains, muscle
Bone
stretches,
fracture,
yes, bone fractures, right?
head
Uh,
injury.
head injury, head injuries, and rarely uh, can result in fatalities also, because I've seen one it has really happened that when one person typically is going into a bank, that bank is situated on the first floor, that the lift was actually off, so he was walking and suddenly he slipped and he exactly fell on the backside of his head, so that resulted in death actually. So and rarely can result in fatality because the head can get impacted, right? And also this the muscle injuries can result in sprains, uh, muscle, instead of stretches you can say twitches. Okay, muscle twitches, bone fractures, head injuries, uh, uh, spinal cord injuries, whatever that has happened, you can write it. So the falling from
Sir, what
steps,
is fatalities? You write result in fatalities. Sir, what's
fatalities
mean
mean death,
fatality?
death.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So
Sir,
in
fatal
safe,
accident.
so in safety we cannot say death. Death is not a word to be used in safety. Instead of that, we'll use,
Fatalities.
yes, correct. Fatality. Fatality means single death. Fatalities means a group of deaths.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Can result in fatality, you can write it. Instead of fatalities, right.
Sir, is fatality or fertility?
Fatality.
Fatality. Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Who is this, Mr. Asad? They? You only?
Mr. Ibrahim, sir.
Mohammed
Mohammed
Ibrahim
Ibrahim.
ji. You are
Yes, sir.
actually, yeah. So I think we had a, I think this is the second class or so. No, I don't remember your name. I calling too much. That is
Yes, sir.
why.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because there is a net issue in my hometown, so cause of this, sir.
You are from
Now,
KPK,
yes, sir.
Mardan.
KBK Badagram, sir.
Very good. उधर नेट नहीं है क्या उधर देर आर सम
नेट का
still
थोड़ा इशू है अभी इस वक्त में.
okay. No, no, I have heard that there is some I mean some problem going on, na, due to which government has stopped.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Right.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
it's okay.
Okay, sir.
You can. Yes. Right. No, no, yes, please. Right. So there's a. I mean now head injuries are also a part. Hamad Rasul. Yes, head injury is also part. Yeah. So sometimes when you so the see the I mean the problem with falling from steps. No, you cannot define the outcome. From a 0% injury, you can have 100% injury. And head injury, I told, I've seen many people after falling down, the blood gets accumulated. They have to have a small operation to remove that blood. Then they require for half 1 month or 2 months. This one, okay, and that can result to sometimes it can result a permanent damage to ears also. All those things I'm not writing it because since so if you actually see there are if you see the any risk assessment of slips and falls, na, there will be huge amount of injuries. You can write everything. So then some injuries, this one. So again you can write here. So this particular this one, like for young people, what can be the most probable injury? for old people, what can be the injury, all those things, but not required, but this is okay. The injuries can result in sprains, muscle twitches, bone fractures, spinal cord, head injuries, and rarely can result in fatality. So, considering these outcomes, the risk, no, not required all this. If you write it, we can confused again. So we'll write with fatality, that's all. Okay. Now, the third column is what you are already doing. So, which means, for example, I am the HR, for example, you are all the consultants. So I'll only try to keep what is exactly present now. See, what are the existing controls now we have got. So I can say, now I'll say that one existing control is that, for example, I'll give three examples of what you're doing. So I'll give you one example of 1 minute. I'm just thinking because I want all of you. If I start giving these controls again, in what further controls are required, you may not able to. You will not be giving. So I just wanted to give only one or two easiest ones, so that you will start giving the most required things. So controls are that. So regular cleaning of frequent cleaning of steps by housekeeping personnel. Like 3 times in a shift.
Sir, make stair friction.
No. Don't. Now I'll ask you. In the fourth column, we'll write it because this is the only column that is what you are already doing means what are the existing controls. That's all. Sometimes you can have 0 controls also. Matlab, just like that, steps are there. Nothing, there is no control. So what you are doing for timing, frequent. So what immediately what you kept is that you have taken some housekeeping personnel and you have told them to clean for every 5 hours or 6 hours, at least 3 times in a day to ensure that the dust or any moisture or something, if it is settled down, or any oily, greasy structures will be eliminated. So you are trying to properly clean the steps so that it becomes dried. So only idea is that to remove the dust and oily fractures. So that's a simple thing. So one more control I'll keep, and we'll come and discuss what further control. So this is frequent cleaning. Next is that uh, uh, all there. One more thing is that I'll just give. Here are. The employees are given a notice by HR to notice by HR to come slowly on the steps. Okay. Okay, to come slowly to access or exit. Okay, slowly. This is the 2 controls only as of now. So what are the 2 controls present as of now? Here the HR has kept this controls. Frequent cleaning of steps is one control which they kept it. Another control is that they sent a email to all the employees only. Okay, regarding the problem with the steps, because the steps. What you will write? You give a mail to steps. Please, the steps are very slippery. So don't come in a hurry, because see what happens is that in the office many people, it happens, happens even all people, most of the office coming people will be on the sharp dot Exact 9 o'clock means they will come at 9, 5, 2 minutes to 9, 1 minute to 9. So, and they'll start running to ensure that they punch correctly at the exact timing. So, by the time they reach, it should be proper. So, that is why in the hurry, they may sometimes fall and they sometimes slip and all. So, even if you hurry also, the slippery nature of the steps will increase. Yes or no? So, these are the two controls that are present. Only two controls. That's all. So, now based on this, you are not trying to do a risk assessment. Now, as a consultant, each one of you are a group of professionals who are sent by top company among this Muhammad Aslam. So there are some how many people? Like this. There are some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 people. So there are 10 professionals who have wanted to provide check and see what best can be done. So now it is up to you, all of you, to give what further controls can be kept so that you can reduce the slippery nature of the steps, so that you can also reduce slippery nature of the steps resulting in them. Okay. So it can happen slip steps and falls. Now tell me one by one. I want everyone to give one solution, one control to your slippery nature of the steps. Tell me.
If you make it an alternative, like you install a lift system.
Okay. So what you said is that install a provide a lift system. Provide a lift so that you can eliminate the complete problem itself. Provide a lift. Okay. So provision of lift. So now you have to give a time scale to it. Mr. Gulamji, you only give the time scale. Kitna time scale lete ho?
Sir, it depend on the financial.
So that is a very important project. So we don't know whether, because there are many people are involved, because the owner is involved, the MD is involved, because owner means the office has taken on lease. So the owner should also approve. So they should approve government. They should also have proper this one. So civil engineering, you need to have a consultant. So this is at least takes some 30 to 40 lakhs. So which is a very huge investment for all of them. So it can even never happen also. But since we are taken as a control, so we will take at least 12 months, minimum 12 months. That's a basic thing. So responsible job is finance director and managing director of this company. So until these people are only have got that audacity to take that much, they can only represent this one, because they may not see. They will ask. See, when you're keeping too much money, 40, 30 lakhs, they should that much amount itself, profit itself, they should come, na. So that is
because if you install the lift system, then there is no chances of hazard and injury. If there is elimination of reduce the injury rate, then it will be good for the company, because if
correct.
there is increased rate of injury, then there will be financial problem for the company.
Correct,
Because
sir.
first aid treatment are going to hospital, legal affairs, all these things.
Correct. So in some case, somebody falls and suddenly dies. So they may go to court case and they may ask some 10, 20, 30 lakhs. So all these things, right? So you're trying to eliminate the problem. So you're trying to take a elimination step. So in controls, there are 5 controls. You know that, na? Elimination, substitution, engineering control, administrative control, and personal protective equipment. So of all the best things, elimination is the best thing. So we're taking elimination route. Okay, very good. Now finance director and this one. So now, okay, managing director. Yes. So what is the second control you will, anybody can tell me, what is the second control?
Sir, insert the railing, put the railing inside of stairs and
Correct.
make the stair friction.
1 minute, 1 minute, one by one. So provide railings on both sides of the walls.
Yes, sir.
Both sides of the walls where the steps are provided. See, this is very
Keep
important.
the steps
Huh?
clean. Keep the steps clean.
1 minute, 1 minute. That
Slipping
clean
safe.
is 1 minute. That cleanliness is already written. Frequent cleaning of steps is already doing. You cannot write second time, which is already done. So already that is process is happening. So you cannot this one. Okay. So provide railing one by one. That is what you have to come. Provide railing on both sides of the wheels. On both sides of the walls. When the steps, see, in most of the you go to any building or sometime, when you go along the steps, there will be nothing to catch. So when even there is a small slip or this one, there should be something to catch. That is why railings are very, very important. If you don't have a proper railing, then almost all you can fall down. You can fall down. Provide railing on both sides of the walls where the steps are provided. So this provision of railings on both sides of the walls is a very important step. Okay, it will give you a grip. So steps is where the steps are provided to provide grip during any slips or provide grip. Okay, sir, just to provide grip. Yeah. Steps, say, provide railing on both sides of the walls where the steps are positioned, where the steps along the along the steps, to provide a proper grip. Yeah. Mm. And support proper access and egress. Okay. Very good. So that is what you have to write it. So how much time we will give you, Mr. Asad, for this?
Yes, sir.
No, you've given one control pan. No? How much time you will give?
Sir, 2 to 3 days.
No, that much time you cannot, very less time you cannot give. Minimum, you have to take minimum 15 days or 1 month. You will take 1 month. Na? Why? Because, so even though it is very easy to do this, but still you require a proper work order to be generated. So it purchase has to, okay, then a contractor has to come and he has to see that only on Saturday, Sunday, and Sundays he can do it because everybody will be walking on normal days. So you take 1 month. So for that, who will be the responsible? Engineering manager is enough. So that we, in that office, for example, there is one maintenance manager for looking at everything. So we'll take it as maintenance manager because he is enough to tackle this simple problem because we need to bring two railings here and there and you need to provide total 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 railings. So first 10 steps.
Excuse me,
Yes, tell me.
excuse. محمد سر ته ووایه که نه په هیزټ او په ریسک کې څه فرق دی؟
Mr. Subhanallah ji, I told you many times that you tell me the problem, no? What you want me to do?
सर हेजेट और रिस्क में क्या फर्क है?
अरे यार, अभी we are not discussing that because we are already discussed yesterday in a complete class and what is hazard and risk. So you are asking me after doing some this exercise because this is that is what I told you many times, Subhanallah ji. Please try to get an understanding with the institute that how to overcome this problem of conversation in this one. Yesterday I have given you a half an hour to 1 hour thing in the lecture in the this one, okay, for which you need to understand. Now this is not time to ask about hazard and risk. So you take the video and see and you try to understand, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, right.
Right.
Okay, sir. Right.
Right. So now this is a maintenance manager. So anybody else? What is the third? This one? What is the third control you can take?
Sir, can I explain it the third one?
Yes, please.
Sir, the third one is the worker need proper
Proper?
tools, using proper tools, because it
No, proper
because
tool.
sir, I can explain it.
Uh,
Now the office is in the construction site, and everyone in the company have to follow the policy of the company. Now the worker have to wear the proper helmet, gloves, or other things.
Okay. So what you are trying to see that office is that is a general office. For example,
Like
not a
sir, like PPE.
PPE.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So what we can write that provide proper anti slip shoes to all the employees by the company, so that they can reduce because if this is a very good this one decision, because if you ask if you tell if 1 minute let me explain Asaji once after that once let me complete na? So one provide anti-slip shoes to all the employees by the company. So what it is a decision taken by the HR, because HR is also observing that there are different people coming in different shoes. Some are coming in sport shoes, some are coming in style, I mean other types of shoes. Women are coming in, because if you see everybody is coming in different varieties of slippers. Okay, so there are some slippers which are very slippery due to their make of that I mean slightly a plastic nature or something. So if you have a common footwear to all the employees, so whoever are coming to the company, they should wear these shoes, anti-slip shoes, which are provided by the company itself to come and use these shoes only, or they can design or they can instruct to buy certain set of shoes which are anti-slip, so they can reimburse that money or whatever it is. So that's a decision taken by the person. So provision of proper anti-slip shoes to all the employees of the company, so that everybody will have a proper grip while they are trying to go up or come down. So that will reduce it. So how many days you will take this one? Time scale, Gulamji?
It's to
So you can take
20 to
uh,
25 days or 30 days,
no,
because in
3 months you take. Why? Because see the HR, the responsibility lies with the HR manager, because he has to see this is not very easy. I'll tell you why. HR manager will give a purchase order for he will start trying to take who will supply in less money. So then whoever supplies the less money, he will ask for 4 or 5 pieces. Then after it comes that particular pieces, he will ask 3 or 4 employees to wear, and they will tell him to check how it is, how whether are they comfortable, whether they are doing any problem to the worker, is there any problem with the material. So they will try to do a trial. Once the trial is successful, then they can give a big order. Otherwise, if the trial is not successful, they will go to another supplier. So at least you need to see 2 or 3 suppliers to get it to a point. So that is why it will take minimum 3 months. So that is the logic you have to keep. If you write 25 days, no, you will the answer will be 0 in the IG2. You have to write 3 months. So you have to check all the things. Suppose you want to now you take decided to buy a bike. Just like that you can go and bike, yeah. No, maybe you want money you can do it, but most of the middle class like me cannot. We have to plan 1 year to buy a bike or something. So for me that planning is very important now. That how many months you have to do. So time scale is very important based on general discretion. Okay. So this is how you have to do it. Next, Asaji, you are trying to say some more point.
Sir, use the rubber type material and non-slippery material on the edges of stairs
Super.
uh,
Okay, I got it.
and
I'll no problem.
metal
Just
paint,
no, just
use of metal.
yeah. So use of rubber type or anti slip material
Material, rubber.
to use of anti-slip material attached to the edge of the steps.
Yes, sir, and which makes friction.
So, so you have to have frictionless or you have to have friction. So friction is not a word that is required. So not because I am saying if you say that
Sir,
rubber
use rubber or on the edges of stairs.
on the edges of the stairs, okay, on the edges of the stairs, very good. On the edges of stairs, nahi steps, individual steps.
It help to make grip on
Uh,
stairs.
it helps to ensure proper grip.
It's make slippery free stairs.
Okay, to ensure slippery free. No, we cannot exactly write that to ensure proper grip. That is okay. So
Okay, sir.
even see one thing, whenever you are giving any control, don't say that it will be eliminated. Only you can reduce the impact. You cannot eliminate. Even after providing all these things, there may be 100 people slipping. Now 100 people will come down to some 10 people. Okay, the slipping will always be remain. Whatever you give, even if you provide the hardware, robots also, people will slip because slipping is a human tendency. So you can only reduce it by 100 to some 2 or 3. But still the slipping will be there. Only the only way is to eliminate that. So, matlab you have to provide lift and ban everyone to come on the steps. That's the only way to do that. But when you are having steps, you have to we have to should not write like you said that now use rubber type anti-slip material attached to the edge of the steps to eliminate to ensure to stop slipping from the steps. ऐसा नहीं लिखने का. You should never say that I've eliminated or stopped it. We should also say to ensure proper grip because you should never your control should go based on mitigation. Your control should not be based on elimination. Elimination will only be one example like lift and all. That's all. After that, whatever controls you give to the steps, there will be always some hazard left over. You cannot 100% remove the hazard. Right. Right. So use rubber type or anti-slip material attached to the edge of the steps to ensure proper grip. So how many days you will take it? How many months you will take? So since this also this one you take 1 month, okay. Because you need to, so you can take 2 months, whatever it is. So 2 months is a average thing for most of the things and general things, okay. So you can take 2 months or 3 months is not a problem. But here this is a this has to be okay. This also to be given to maintenance manager. See here, HR manager is also working as a safety officer. Please understand that the HR manager is also working as a safety manager. So you can write also HSC manager. So, but HSC manager is also designated as HR also, since it's a very small company. So that is why we're not writing HR manager. So instead of HR manager, we can remove it, write it as HSC, whatever it is. Now, what is the other control you can keep? Anybody, apart from Asad ji or Gulam ji, somebody else can reply. You can also write it. Last time, many people who are not able to speak through mic also, they have written in chat and all. They are able to give so many ideas. So last time we made 22 controls. So now hardly we have written somewhere around 4. Fifth one we are struggling, right? We have written 22 controls.
Sir,
Yeah.
if we use administrative control in these cases like
No, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Your voice is not clear. आपका mic आप keep it near your
sir,
mouth.
sir,
Yeah.
now my voice is okay. My voice is okay.
Oh yes.
Yes, sir. I want to say that if we take administrative control, and this case, if we give proper training, supervision to worker,
Yes,
it's good.
possible. Yes, anything. So there is nothing like bad or good. Whatever it comes to your mind, first you have to write it. Whether that is beneficial, training to the employee, yeah, training to the employees, training the employees on how to access the steps. Okay, you can take one ergonomic class. So
Sir,
what is
rebuild the stairs.
what?
Rebuild the stairs.
Muhammad
Make
Rizwan,
them
rebuild the
broad.
stage, sir. Okay.
Reconstruct or rebuild the stairs and make him broad.
Okay. So I'll right. Training the employees on how to access the नहीं असद खान जी आपका माइक थोड़ा बंद कीजिए असद जी whenever you're not speaking no you try to immediately create some disturbance that's why right so it my voice is disturbing my own voice right so training the employees on how to access the steps okay you can give so it is just a 15 days you can do it because it's simple there so what you can do you can send them some all the employees can be sent some way of taking the steps. So there are videos actually how to actually step inside. They'll provide you on how to while walking on the step. They'll tell you how to take a posture and how to bend. So your spinal cord should be slightly bent. So what angle it has to bend, which is the better way while coming down. So you have to walk while going up the steps. You have to walk towards the left side. While coming down, you have to walk. So always have the right leg slightly in a cross angle, slightly. So that your grip, there are many things, ergonomic classes that are available. So here we can take it as a HRC manager. Now tell me, yeah. So except Asad Khan and Gulam ji, other people also talk.
Yes, sir.
No, आप मत you wait, you आपने दिया ना, let everybody also, I'm asking other people also to join, that's why. Yes. Is there no one to speak out like Mr. Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, Shahib Khalil, you're not Syed, you're not joining actually, Muhammad Ibrahim. You're not trying to have this is not an interactive class actually, yeah. Only two people cannot happen that. No, I see the network issues. You can write it in the chat if it's possible. So yesterday only I told that boss today is a risk assessment. So if you're interested, somebody should have come to a better place or that's this one. So you know that before taking this course that you got internet issues and online classes will be a problem. So if somebody takes from United States of America or somebody takes from Malaysia or somebody takes from India, whatever it is, right? That is jeopardizing, yeah. Because network issue is not my concern. It's a concern with this one. So the institute has to take a proper this one. Supportive stand or providing a classroom where they can have a unit. All right, anyway, whatever it is. So please, anybody can speak out. Because if I start telling in my city network issues and no electricity, okay, your voice is, I understand. See, that's not I'm not, see, I'm also deeply worried because the very purpose of my lecture is to have a communicative class. Actually, that's what I'm being told before getting into this class. So if I don't, even my conscience will not be clear while approaching you because I don't know how well I'm approaching the students and all. Because I'm also see, that's what I'm telling everyone. I'm not a class teacher. I'm a safety professional. My job is to provide the accurate and decisive information, and also the this one. When you're stuck up of not giving information due to issues, then that should be taken with the institute itself before joining. So somebody else who is not interested to have interactive sessions, that lecturer would have taken it, na?
Sir, are you safety officer?
No, no, no. I'm a safety professional. I am much more ahead of that. Okay, I got this one. So I've done many things. So that is why I just wanted to give information, right? Yeah. So it's okay. Now we need to go on. There's no other go. But yes, of course, you're all listening. That is the most important thing. Because my worry is that every time I need to ask whether you're getting or not. So that's something troubling me, as if whether you're clearly understanding. Because it's also on my conscience, na, that I should provide you with good information, provide you with good knowledge, so that you can also establish yourself. So the purpose of this class should get 100% solved. ऐसा नहीं है कि later on we can see and all. So it should go along with the flow of the information. That's how we can impact decisions, we can impact studies. So if that is the case, then see on the day of exam, for example, your exam is January 8th. Right now on January 8th, suppose there is no electricity at all and all your you cannot charge your mobile or you cannot do it, but there's a 24-hour period to upload your answer sheet. So what would be the consequence of that? So that should also be done. Na? So all these things you have to weigh down. So you have to see what is a better place to come for next 10 days or 15 days. So I don't know what's there, but it's not easy. It's very easy for me to tell. I know there are later problems with respect to finance, this with respect to it going and coming. But I'm just giving a suggestion. Okay. So if there is a class teacher, if it's a classroom, typical classroom like when you study English, physics, and all, the teacher's interest on students, whether it's they're reflecting back or not, is not necessary. He will go on writing some formula on the this particular board, and he will go away. He's not interested whether somebody is getting. But this is a class. This is a safety class where you need to be interactive, and decision has to come from both sides. So actually, I'm not trying to instruct. Okay, classes are instructive. These Nebosh classes are informative classes. So they have to have equal approach between all the students and that one. That's a mic band karke, because that's what I'm observing. So I thought I would try that. So I don't know. I know there are issues which you want to openly come out and express yourself if given a chance, but there are certain restrictions that you are trying to do that. Right. Anyway, so we need to move ahead. I don't know other doubt. So what I suggest, at least tomorrow and day after tomorrow, there are holidays, I think, for you. Whatever videos are kept all these days, you go through that again, once again, and try to recollect it. Because when you speak something, the ideas will start flowing, and it will become a permanent receptor of information story. Until unless your brain doesn't know that you're speaking, whatever the brain stores will be only for few minutes. So that's a cycle. So when you speak more, the intensity of storing in your brain also will increase. That's my thought process. Okay, it's up to you. So I don't have any regrets for it, but I'm just suggesting you for a better this one. So this is in right. So any other this one? Anybody who has got certain mic and all, they can revert. So it's not about English or it's not about anything. Anything you can even give me in Hindi also. I will try to immediately present in English because I know all these things. So I try to this one. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I can tell you.
Yeah. No, आप you do one thing, गुलाम जी, आपका mic थोड़ा आवाज नहीं आ रहा है आपका थोड़ा keep your mic. Yeah.
Sir, now my voice clear?
Now your voice is clear. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I want to explain that if we keep the surface dry,
So that is why we have kept it what we are already doing. Na? So there are some housekeeping personnel. They have kept for 3 times in a day. Okay.
if we take regular, sir, if we take regular inspection,
regular inspection. That's what, no, frequent cleaning of steps. So steps are not a machine. No? You cannot every day go and see everything. So that is okay. Generally, when there are any small breaks or in that thing, that will be coming under maintenance, right? So, but that will not be a control. No? So regular inspection cannot be done. Suppose you are worried about your health. So that doesn't mean every day you go to the doctor and check. Na? So there is a time frame. Only when you get a fever or some disease, when you expect some disease, then only you'll go to the doctor, or for every 2 years or 5 years after somebody reaches 40 years, they start doing a preventive maintenance, like for machines, if they're getting old, they also do lubrication. Similarly, old people also go, irrespective of disease are there, to check whether this is done. So that's why I wanted to tell that. Okay, that may not be a correct one, but okay. So any other, this one, suppose I'll tell,
Sir,
okay. Yeah,
sir, I tell another one.
yeah,
If
please.
we, sir, if we use non-slip mat on the steps,
But that is already given, no? Fourth point by Asad Khan. Use rubber type or anti-slip material attached to the ledge of the steps to ensure proper grip. That is already given. That's already
Sir,
given.
there should be a signboard of slip and balls, sir.
Very, very good. Mohammad Rizwan, you come and knocked a six. So, cricket में suddenly आके six मारते हैं ना ऐसा मारा. Very good. So you said proper signages to be provided at the both the at both the ends of the steps. Both the ends of the steps, proper signage is to be provided at both the ends of the steps. Means if a person is trying to come from the top, he will have a signboard indicating that the steps are slippery, please go. Or you will say have some you will have some indication like a person slipping when walking fast. So all these things will give you your brain to interrupt it. Something is danger. So because your brain is very fast to understand images. That is why any cartoons or something strikes our brain very fast. So proper signages to be provided, visual signages, proper visual signages to be provided at both ends of the steps. At both ends of the steps, providing providing caution while walking down or up. So this is a very good this one. So this is a very easy thing. You can take it as 1 month. This is 1 month. This is your HSC. This is your this is also you can write as HSC manager. So anyway, now it is 7:30. Now please think over. All of you think over this. You got now 20 minutes break. I think we'll take some 25 minutes break. All of you please come back by 7:25. I know you got a prayer break every time we take this. So after that we'll complete this. Okay. So think over, and you can type it in the for the people who are not able to have a proper communication process of writing this one. So please think over. And one more thing, please ensure that on the day of exam, you go to a better place, because these things you may have some videos you can see, somebody else can teach you, or you can have better information, other sites and all. That's not a problem. You can get it. But you cannot change the day of examination. Please remember, that is the only thing that you paid so much amount of money and you're also looking forward. Ensure that on the day you go to a place where you can properly have a network connection and you can properly successfully upload it. Okay.
sir,
Yeah.
sir, in paper, how many points we write here? 20?
No. That much is not required. Say hardly for in actual exam, in actual IG2, you need to write 10 hazards. So you cannot
10.
go on writing 20 later. But so this only we picked up one hazard. But in IG2, you have to write 10 hazards. So 10 hazards means you can write some 5 or 6 are enough.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So typically you need to have both 3 column and 4 column. You need to somewhere both of these two should come to around 10. So if you have got more numbers of in column 3, you will have less numbers in column 4. So that also I will tell, don't worry during IG2. This is at the beginning stage. Okay. So hope to have a better continuity. All of you will meet at 7:25. Okay.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me, Muhammad Asad?
जी जी
असद खाना संग चल रहा है.
उर्दू में बात करो भाई.
अच्छा, उर्दू से करो आप.
जी जी.
अच्छा चलो, मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि काइंडली कैन यू शेयर योर व्हाट्सएप नंबर टू मी.
ओके आई विल सेंड यू. देता हूँ मैं आपको भी भेजता हूँ.
मेरा
आप
सर
ग्रुप
वो,
में आओ.
जी जी, आपका नंबर कौन सा है ग्रुप में? ऊपर क्या लिखा हुआ है?
हम्म, असद खान मेरा पिक्चर है ऊपर. असद खान लिखा हुआ है.
यार इधर वैसे इधर जो मीटिंग पिक्चर नहीं आ रहा, ठीक है, मैं इधर ग्रुप में चेक करता हूँ. असद खान ऊपर
मैं
लिखा हुआ है.
मैं अभी मैसेज करता
फिर आप मुझे मैसेज कर
हूँ.
लें,
खैर
मेरा
थी
ऊपर
भाई.
गुलाम खाक लिखा हुआ है, ठीक है.
कोई काम था भाई.
जी जी.
जी मैंने अभी मैसेज किया ग्रुप में. फ्रेश निबोश वाला जो ग्रुप है उसमें.
जी जी,
आपका नाम क्या है?
गुलाम खाक, मैं अपना नाम लिखना चाहता हूँ.
गुलाम इसाक भाई.
जी जी.
आपका नाम क्या है?
गुलाम खाक.
अच्छा आपने कितनी, आप किधर से हैं?
आप कौन किधर से बेसिकली?
मैं पाकिस्तान.
Yeah, can we continue? Yes, can we continue?
Yes, sir. Continue.
Yes, now tell me. Anybody got any, this one I didn't get any message. So I thought at least somebody will give me a message.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, provide me with another control, no? Any other controls you can? So, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can I explain it, sir?
Please tell me, will one more control and stop because we're not having this one discussion. So you can accordingly understand this. So what I will do, I'll write. You can tell me, sir. 1 minute.
Sir, if we move the office to the ground floor.
Yes, very good. That's one of the beautiful way to check. That's a very beautiful thing, Gulamji. So last time when I done the same thing, even after completing 22 lines also, nobody could tell this particular thing. You are told very good this one. Okay. So to ensure that uh, uh, the office is shifted to ground floor. That is also elimination only. Okay, so but this will not have, this may take so many days. You need to have at least 12 months to 24 months because you cannot just like that shift. It is not a small some kind of a tool or something where you can change the place. It is the entire office. You should get that office space. And actually in ground floor you may not even have offices also because it is only for parking. So whether it will be there, you need to check with other places. So you have to ensure that only ground floor will be done, or you have to ensure that office is shifted to ground floor or places with lift,
Yes, sir.
whatever it is. So that one 12 months or 24 months you have to take 2 years time, or 12 months not more than that. Okay. 12 months is very, very this one. So 24 months or so it will be again finance director or main MD. This is not a simple thing. So I wrote it. So I'll also give one more thing, okay, from my side. So what I'll do, uh, I'll say that even during evening time, since the steps are near to a corner, that much light is not providing. Provision of uh, natural light and also uh, illumination during night shift, during evening times. Means, so I've seen because actually this is in one area I've also seen in one of the company where I gone, not the they got admin, they got buildings in that while they're moving from second floor to third floor, that entire steps area is closed with wall. So I told them to have a गुलाब जी आपका माइक ऑफ कर दीजिए whenever you require then only you open it, okay. So that because there is one background disturbance coming, that is why. Right. So provision of natural light or illumination during evening time. So the why? Because so I have also given them, told them to provide some openings in the walls so that the natural light will come in and it will help people to properly see the steps and they can properly step on them. So that is very important. So provision of natural light or illumination during evening times. So this is a both done by this particular mechanical see this maintenance manager because this will around it will take 12 months, not 12 months, sorry, 6 months. So they have to do a lot of uh, so right, Mr. Gulab, now you can tell me anyone maintenance. manager. Yes, tell me, sir. Now,
Sir, if we install a proper good mirror at the turning point, three turning point,
what we can install?
mirror at the turning point.
Yes,
You
mirror.
said, but there is three turning point.
Okay, convex mirror at each turning point to ensure people don't the people do not may not tumble into do not uh, hit each other or whatever. Yes, very good. This is a very this one. So this can be hardly taken 2 months. So always remember, typically for any this one, no, they take 2 months, slightly this one 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. That is how they take normally. So the maintain, since it is so this will also the maintenance manager. Right now, any next. What is the other thing? Any other this one?
Sir said to all employers or employees and
क्या?
said about this is the hazardous place.
No, controls. Yes. Okay, we'll stop now. So this is how you have to start doing it. If everybody participates and all, it will be okay. Okay, I'll stop now. So now, once you do this, then this is called the risk assessment. Then you try to see what are the things you've done. First one, you've given elimination. This is elimination. Second one, what is this provide railing on this one? That is a engineering control. Provide proper anti-slip shoes. That is a PPE control. Now use rubber type or anti-slip material. Okay, that is a PPE type. That is a administrative anti-rubber type to the edge of the step. Okay, that's a this is a engineering control, not this. Training to employee. This is a administrative control. Proper visual signages. That is a administrative control. To ensure that his office is shifted to the ground floor project. This is elimination. A provision of natural light to this one. This is engineering control. So convex mirror and all, that is engineering control. So if you also see the cost wise also, eliminations are very costly. If you see this to ensure the shifting, these are the two eliminations that are present, right? So if you see these two things are very, very costly. This one and the first one. Because see, any company, if you go to elimination, that will be very, very costly process and it is a time consuming process. Proper, so I written, where I gone? 1 month old. Proper visual signages is 1 month, na? Okay. Right. If you see automatically, all eliminations will be higher cost. So practically, many companies do not take elimination as a standard because they have to keep so much money. So the next thing is that engineering controls. So out of this, how many engineering controls are there? This is one engineering control. This is another engineering control. And this is another engineering control. And this is another. So we got 4 engineering controls. Out of that, you need to select best to 3. So what is the best? Railing is, for me, railing is one of the topmost. Next comes the rubber. Okay. So next comes the provision of this one. So you can select these 3: railing, rubber type, and this one. So for that, you need to justify. Okay. Of all these 4, railing is the topmost thing. So this is how we have to start working on risk assessment. So by doing this, you have to ensure that among these 4 things, railing, rubber type, natural light or convex mirror, which one will provide most efficient one as per Asad or Gulamji or anybody among these 4 controls which I have shown you in orange. Only, sorry. Whether the second one will
Sir, I
provide
see
a better
very-
control or the 4th one will provide a better or the 9th one will provide a better control. Yes.
Lightning at night.
So Gulamji, you are saying natural light,
No, light at night.
Yeah, that no, I'm asking you among the 4 points, second one, 4th one, 8th one, and 9th one. These are the 4 engineering controls. Among these 4 controls, what is the main thing? By keeping that control, you can reduce the risk by almost 90%. As I said, you cannot make 100%. So you can do a
Sir,
lot
the
of
railing,
yes,
the
yes,
the railing point is best
correct,
because of the working time is mostly daytime,
correct. And also because
and
that yeah. So you have to look
and
at all
the
yeah. Tell me, sir.
railing and guide the employers or employees to take care
Correct, correct.
about and said about this hazard.
Correct. So this is very important, this one, and it is very good that that railing is the most easiest one to introduce, and it will have a very big effect on all the employees. So the risk of falling or slipping will come down by around 70 to 80%, 90%. It will immediately cut off. Correct. So this is the most important thing that comes to my this one. Yes, correct. This is the most important thing. Okay. After that, what are the next important for me? I'll tell you. So, what is the easiest and best? Next is your provision of natural light. Then comes the use of rubber, this one. Then comes the convex mirror. So, once you complete that, engineering controls, then you have to come to elimination. Then you have to come to administrative control. Among the training and visual signages, this is better. Which is better?
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
when you are slipped from stair, how natural light can help you?
No. Natural light will give you a proper illumination so that you can decide when you're trying to step onto the sun. Suppose in in a night time when you walking, is it easy to walk without any light and all, even though you know this one? So natural light will help you to decide the we'll have a clear picture about the steps and all. So you will be able to understand if there is any water on it or if there is any dust on it or something. So your brain will decide whether to take a proper approach or not. So that is why in all industries they try to ensure that all industries will have maximum amount of light getting into their workplaces, natural light. So they design the industry in such a way that natural light will be, that is, you can see now they are removing the plastic shaded, the shaded ones, and in between they are also providing glass, that open plastic ones, okay, PTFE films, so that natural light will be coming and it will be dispersing freely, because our eyes are designed, because our brain works 100 times faster in a natural light.
Sir, if the stairs are in underground or in under the roof or covered.
But I have said that it is from ground floor to first floor. So which means
Okay,
that
okay.
there is
Sorry,
an
sir.
option. Yeah, there is an option to natural light. So if I say that you are going down into some caves or exploring some tunnels, or you are getting into underground, then this point would not have come at all, right?
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So very good. That was a very good exercise. At least Asaji and Gulam Ishaq ji has given me some this one to do this. So it was a very good exercise. So this is how you have to do it. Hope everybody has got it. Anyway, I'll keep this recording. You can also go through that all those things. And I suggest that you try to 1 minute. I just come some small urgent this one. So this one I'll keep it just to see this. So what is how I have written and all. So this is very important. This one. Last comes the this comes the administrative control. This is the best administrative control. Last comes the PPA control. PP is the last control. So, okay. So that is why first you have to come for elimination. Elimination is very costly. Every company cannot take. Then you have to come for engineering controls. Then you have to come to administrative. So just go through this. 2 minutes. 1 minute. I'll just come now. So hope all of you got how to do a risk assessment at least, right? So this is how you have to do the risk assessment. This is the same logic you have to follow in IG2 also. Anyway, we'll tell you IG2 also. Don't worry. We'll discuss that in IG2 because this will become a starting point. Even if you try to see the video once or twice, you will get it. Okay. So this is very important that it was a wonderful exercise. At least if 2-3 people, only 2 people followed. Actually, it would have been, if everyone follows, actually I said, it would have been more discussion point and all. So everybody will start saying why that point is necessary and all, which we missed out. So anyway, I cannot help out, but try to see this video again, once again, so that you will be comfortable. Hope everybody is okay with it.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I am out of district tomorrow. My visit, so I'm really sorry. A network issue.
No.
In
Now, what I'm saying, Saabji, after whenever you get tomorrow or day after tomorrow or whatever, because to next 4 days or 5 days there are holidays, right? For you, there is a gap coming for your classes, so you can see these videos and you can understand. Bol ke bol raha hu. That's what. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, I add some one point in this control action are required.
No, मैं समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या बोल रही जी?
Sir, I mean, I add some point control action are required. Yes, sir.
You want one point to be added, eh?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me. I'll add immediately.
Sir, I will start the work before project. So cleaning the areas, some available the safety instrument or element.
No. That has to be relevant with the steps. No, you are saying that you are trying to say that you want that safety element in the design itself. No, but it cannot happen. It is already done. So already which is there, you are trying to take action. So what action we want to do? So like cleaning and all we are done. You want to add any other point for control action? See, falling from the steps is what we are discussing. You have to give some action plan that reduces the falling. So you may not eliminate 100%, only elimination you can do. But when you come to substitution engineering and all, you can only reduce the risk. You can reduce the risk. Yes, that's all. Now I am asking you, you want to give any controls for this? If you want to, I'll add it. That's why I'm saying. Otherwise, you can.
No, sir.
No, okay. We'll stop it. You can go through it and you can understand what it is and all. Okay, later on. This is a recorded session.
Sir?
Please tell me. Who is this?
It is compulsory. Sir, Hulam Ishaq.
Okay.
Sir, it is compulsory to mention the control action, like it is mandatory to write in paper.
What elimination and all?
Yes, like this is administrative control.
No need to write for your. No need to write that. These things are not to be written, because only for your understanding I am trying to. I want to tell. I will tell this point during IG2 written while you are discussing the IG2, because for your understanding only I have written. That need not to be written. If you write it also, not at all issue.
Yes, okay, sir.
If you write it also, it is issue. So it will be more meaningful. No need to write that.
Okay, sir.
Because that is understood. Now, if somebody is providing you gloves, mask and all, that is a PP control. If somebody is trying to eliminate that problem, it is the highest order, like lift and all. Now, if somebody is providing some modifications to it, it is engineering control. If somebody is giving administrative controls, means like signages, security guard standing, or SOPs, or you are trying to train people, all these things come under administrative. It is very easy to understand. So you can write there like E and all. So E, elimination, substitution. Normally substitution will not be there. After elimination, you will directly come to engineering control, then you will come to administrative, then PP. So the most accepted is engineering, but most accepted is elimination. But elimination comes with a cost. Most of the companies may not be able to provide elimination controls because they require a lot of input. This one, even sometimes when you do risk assessment, when you get even when you are in a position to have a lot of good risk control by providing some elimination, you cannot go for it. Why? Because the money will not help you. Demand, you cannot keep that much money. In those cases, you can write it in the risk assessment. Even though the elimination is very, very better control of all the existing controls, still that cannot be taken up further due to the provisions of financial distress and other requirements. So as a company, we have decided to go with this engineering control, which will not only reduce that risk from 100 to 20%, residual risk will be around 10%, but the amount of investment is very less. So we can have less money invested and more amount of safety controls that we can do. So that is the purpose of risk assessment. The risk assessment purpose is we have done a structured approach. If you don't have this structured approach, can we able to get this many points? Yes or no? We cannot get it, na? Yes or no? Yes, Azad and Gulabji, if you are not doing in a controlled way like this, can we get the controls, similar controls? Can we do it in a scientific way? No. So everything will be, it will become a market. Everybody will shouting their own rates and all. Please come. If you go to market, what will happen? Everybody will tell them to come, please come, you take less. I mean, they hear the cost is less, you take shirt. So that becomes a market. You cannot have a market. You need to have a disciplinary approach. That is why point after point, if you write, it will be permanently available. And you can also pursue the elimination with the top management. And for time being, take elimination and make it a very good HSC company. That is what the purpose of IG, this risk assessment is. Hope everybody got it at least.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So now we'll stop with this risk assessment, and I will go for the actual this one book where we'll see 3.4, 5, 6, 7 and all, and we'll try to study what are the other things that are left over. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Gulam and Asad, you're at least having some good exercise, right? Na? So that you can benefit from it.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
kindly
Yes,
say
sir. This is good
recorded.
exercise.
Sir,
Mustafa ji, tell me. बोलिए आप.
very
Today
topic
topic is
topic.
very
1 minute, 1
answer
minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. Let Mustafa ji speak. Mustafa ji, आप बात करो.
Sir, today is very best topic. Kindly send the recorded.
Okay. Yesterday also pending. Actually, yesterday's recorded session that was not actually dating. Already there is some issue, which means because it at least take 1 day or 15 the hours or something. So that yesterday's and today's I'll keep the recording. You can see it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And also see Mustafa ji, you try to understand. Okay, because it has to be seriously viewed actually. I keep, but many people don't look at the videos. I'm very much openly saying that I know there's a network issue, but you have to be serious, na? You in the sense, not you, but I'm telling to most of the people. Right. Okay, thank you. So I'll open that book.
Sir, can we do more risk assessment exercises in upcoming days?
No, we don't have the time. Only in IG2 we will study on risk assessments. We may not do it, but we'll study what people have written. There is a matlab there we cannot do it actually. We don't have that much time because we need to have a lot of people supporting it. Means everybody should be doing just 1 or 2 people means it becomes difficult. It is that is the this exercise has to done by you by after IG1 is completed. You will get some 8 days or 7 days time. You have to start in this doing this way. For that, we will have 2 classes discussion. How we have to do, what hazards we have to take, everything. So since you got a basic idea, that IG2 will become a cakewalk for you. Okay, I'm opening, don't worry, I'm opening the other, this one. Why is not getting opened? Nebosh is where it is, where it is, yeah. Right. Now we will discuss about management of change. Oh, no, sorry, I require people to. Yeah. Can everybody see this booklet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we will discuss 3.5 is about the management of change. See, the objective of management of change process is to minimize the introduction of new hazards and risk into the workplace and to identify opportunity. So in the previous exercise, while we are studying that risk assessment, we have said that for elimination of steps problem, slippery on the steps, we want to get into two elimination controls. What are those? One is providing lift, another is providing the office into the ground floor. So by doing any of these things, we can able to do a proper, I mean, we can do 100% elimination. See, when elimination comes, there is a complete, I mean, there is a new process that is coming in. I mean, just by introduction of lift, do you think that completely the hazard of the steps have gone? Yes, they have completely eliminated. But what is the, along with the elimination, we have brought new hazards again. Because if you get into the lift, now the entire process has changed to a new concept, the lift. Now people are now should be habituated to lifts. So if they don't use the lift, what are the new hazards will start coming? The old hazards of the lift will now go away. The new hazards with respect, sorry, the old hazards with steps will go away. The new hazard with lifts will come, like the lift. So the lift after going to some, due to improper use of lift, it can stop in the middle. Okay, due to excess capacity, the lift may never move. Somebody, their shirt or their frock can get stuck up in the lift door. Okay, the lift can fall down due to some overweight. So sometimes due to the during emergency, when the lift stops in the middle, that is a dangerous. So even though it has increased the luxury and it decreased the intense, I mean, it has completely eliminated the steps, it will bring any new concept, whatever you bring into this whatever technology you bring for your luxury, that will add, that will eliminate old problem, that will create a new problem. Again, for creating this, solving this problem, again we will invent a new thing. again this will be eliminated and new thing will be coming. So that new thing will have its own hazards. Again, so every time there is some change that is happening and you are again trying to manage that change. So that is called management of change. If you don't do a proper management of change, then whatever control, whatever money you are invested for betterment will absolutely go in drain. This simple lift example. Suppose when you install lift and if you don't take any controls, major controls, like once you install any lift, you need to have a very good annual maintenance contract done by persons, because he has to come and check every lift, part of the lift every year very studiously. For every 6 months general check, 3 months maintenance and all. So if they are able to do, the lift will never go for a breakdown. And then you should also provide training programs on how to use the lift, whether the company may keep one person in the lift to allow, because see some people like they in the process of doing, they may damage it by pressing the button, so they may keep one person. So then they will take new controls to help people go in the lift in a proper way, also support the lift life. I said I just left like that. So in public places especially these things will go for a toss, so because their usage will never be proper. Now how much weight it has to be handled, so how many people it can get into, what are the safe procedures that has to be written on the top, entrance of the lift. So you need to provide new guidelines. Everybody has to provide training with respect to new guidelines. Okay. And also we need to understand, you need to be during emergency, during if the company will have on-site emergency. In that on-site emergency, you have to include this lift also as one of the major factor. And across the world, many times when there is a fire accident in high-rise buildings, all the people in lift are fatalities. You know that, na? Because in instance of fire, there will be a lot of smoke that will be generated during the course of fire. Because building fires are mostly A-class materials. A-class means solid combustible materials which generate high amount of heat and smoke. When the smoke is too high, it will pass through the particular lift, because the entire building smoke will get channelized through the that lift movement area, because it acts like a chimney. And you know that due to pressure differences, that acts like a vacuum. And all the smoke wants to escape from the this particular lift portion, because that acts like a chute. So during this movement of smoke, it pushes the smoke against the lift, and any openings in the lift will ensure that the smoke gets filled up in the lift, and all the people will get succumb to this one. It's like breathing a poisonous gas, and many people will die. You might also see nowadays in recent incidents and all across the world. Even now in Canada, there is some 10 people or 11 people died due to smoke inhalation, CO2, carbon monoxide. So what has happened? The power has gone. When the power has gone, they started a diesel engine, because they have not provided a proper exhaust line. Since they are not provided exhaust, there was some disturbance in the exhaust line and it cut off, and it started venting the gases into the into the room itself. So many people, they thought that that gas is okay and they started taking inside, and they all succumbed to death. So they don't know that they're breathing toxic air. Sometimes due to unavailable to oxygen, even brain cannot function. When something that some brain is something which helps you to give you certain ideas about dangers and all. Even that is under problem. So what it will gain? So that is why this particular thing happens. So when you are trying to do any change process, all the elements that get into that are new hazards have to be properly trained, explained, used, and a proper and you should see that it has new things are being this. So that is called the objective of management change is to minimize the introduction of new hazards and risks into the workplace and identify opportunities for improvement as changes occurs. So this is what the management of change. Right. Right. So in the industry, hope everybody is getting. You are with me or completely shut off from my circle?
Yes, sir.
Listening,
Okay.
na?
Yes,
So, yeah.
yes, sir.
So it is like a, see, political speech mein, sorry, school speeches, na, last mein, students become, when the, okay, so, aisa, so, right. Now coming back to the changes. So whenever there is any new change, like new workers, new managers, temporary new recruitments, like example, changes to equipment, changes to process,
Sir,
material.
what is recruitment?
Recruitment means when new person are inducted into the company. So if you apply for a job and you get into a company, you are newly recruited. So
Okay,
recruitment
sir. Okay.
means taking people into the organization by giving them defined roles and jobs is called recruitment. Right. Okay. So that is what activity, any materials. Previously we were using liquid. Now we want to use solid. So that is a new way that you have to accept it. Right. Now, whenever there is a change, these are the following steps to be followed. First, you identify the change. First, then you do a preliminary design review. So, what are the health and safety aspects to be understood, impacts? Now, what are the planning process to implement the change? Then do a risk assessment also, change risk assessment. Next, what are the, once you get the hazards, risks, we develop the approve the final plans, implementation of the change, final assessment and close out. Okay. This is very important. Okay, now hope everybody has got it. Management of change is very, very important in industry. And there is a typical example that everybody provides. Okay. And also, I'll tell you one, this one management of story. There are actually, there is a particular, I mean, one, what we can say, there is a distillation unit and there is a tank farm actually. So both the distillation unit is connected to two pumps. Actually, you can use any of the pump. So why two pumps are because there's a continuous running of the pumps. So when you have a second bypass, second pump, it acts as a, it helps in case this pump goes for a breakdown because that pump you don't know when it is required. It is the most important pump. So they given actually three pumps actually, not two pumps, three pumps. So nothing should be in the breakdown. So it so happened that during some risk assessment, they found out that the tank farm, one of the tank farm was having one pump less. So somebody has given an idea that we got here three pumps, so if we want, we can remove one pump and we can use it for itself. So they're slightly, even though they not removed the pump, but they made the pipeline so arranged that the third pump used for the tank. Now the actual distillation unit is having only two pumps because that's also they have checked that only two pumps are using all the time. So now what they have done, this particular change of management of this change process, where one of the pump is removed for tank farm and only two pumps have to be run. So you have to develop a new process now because you got one pump short. So you have to manage your operations in a such a way that only two pumps run all the time. So which was already communicated in a not in a proper way. But one operator was missing. Missing was he was under long leave during this changeover training and all. So when he has come, nobody could predict that this person will is not going to know anything since. So when he joined back, he thought that all the three pumps are there. So what he started the third pump, thinking that this pump is attached to this distillation unit. And actually, what has happened, instead of this getting pumped, the other tank farm material got pumped. And in that process, the production other unit got completely spoiled the material. So which indicates that the change process, even though it was done in a controlled way, it has not gone to the actual person where it is intended to go. So in the change process, you have to ensure that all the people to the last person who is there, who should be known, everybody should be applied. So that is the most important thing you have to see. Many suppose tomorrow, next, when is your class open? 22nd or so. Suppose on 22nd, suppose there is this one, class, this one, which I don't, there's some postponement request. So I tell you 1 day before or 2 day before and ensure that everybody has seen it or not. So that's called a proper management of same. So that I'm trying to ensure that the change is completely given to you. If I don't do like that, or if I just before 1 minute of the class or half an hour before the class, if I keep, many of the people may bypass it also. Some people cannot even do it also. So some management of change process, there is a time limit, the way it has to be decided. Otherwise, you will getting the wrong signals. Okay. So that is one thing I wanted to tell you. Right. Now, safe systems of work. Yeah, that is a typical acronym called SSOW. What is safe systems of work? That is typical acronym for safe systems of work is SSOW. It is like a SOP. Sometimes we call safe system of
Sir,
work, or yeah.
sir, I have a question. Sir, what is segregation?
Se-
Segregation. Segregation.
Segregation means arranging things properly. That is called segregation. Segregation means trying to arrange things in a proper way. Suppose there is in see what you do after you go to shops for buy vegetables and all.
Yes,
Have you
sir.
brought vegetables any point of time? No, I'm asking you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when you
Yes.
go to a vegetable market, you don't take nobody will take 10 or 11 baskets. Na? For each vegetable we will not take one basket. Only in one basket
Yes,
only
sir.
we'll tell that vegetable vendor to pour all the things on, because we'll vendi this whatever tomatoes, aloo,
Sorry.
kuch bhi hai, everything we will put into the same basket. So
Okay.
after coming home, we pour all the things and segregate. Tomatoes one side, aloo one side, onion one side, this one side. So what we are trying to is that all things of the same nature are kept at one side. So that is called segregation. Segregation means we are trying to assemble all parts of like nature to be at a particular point. That is called segregation. So segregation is a part and parcel of nature itself. Nature itself creates segregation. That is why it has given different colors to different vegetables. Suppose for example, in thinking nature, that there is no segregation. All the vegetables are the same size, same thing. How can you distinguish what is what vegetable? Suppose aloo and tomato are the same color, same size and all. Can you distinguish? No, no. First of all, you cannot distinguish. When you cannot distinguish, you cannot identify. When you cannot identify, you cannot segregate. Segregation means having removing aside all like-minded or like designed things at one place. So screws means all screws of particular size. Okay. Nuts means all nuts of particular size. That is called segregation. Kya ji? Yes or no? You understood or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand.
But you're not saying, because for you only I telling. Na? So once it is done, it is not understood. You say misunderstood, because to go forward. Yeah. So this is how you have to do that. Right. Now, safe systems of work. Why workers should be involved in the development? Okay. So because if worker involvement in the safe systems of work, because what is safe systems of work? It is to ensure that people, as I said, it is a safe, the way a particular work can be done safely. How it can be done? There has to be proper procedure in existence. When workers are involved, they also create a safe. Yeah, I'm telling him not to open mic. Yeah, the worker shows all the practical difficulties in working to theoretical systems such as absence. Okay, that's not required. Now, one more question. Why procedures should be documented? Why procedures should be documented? So you want some process to be followed. When that process should be documented. Why? See, if you don't document, and if it is carried over by word of mouth, by the time it carries to the actual person, things will change. Suppose you told to a worker a particular thing, you told to your worker, suppose there are three people working in across the shift, first shift, second shift, third shift. So in the first shift, the operator tells the second shift operator while changing over, please add 10 ml at every 1 hour. That's all. Okay. So at 1 hour interval of time. So when that particular person has given this 5 ml or this one, suddenly if during when it comes to this one, so that 1 hour means for every the change, whatever is trying to say the second person to third person, slowly the 5 ml may suddenly change over to 4 ml or 3 ml, or ml will be not there, or the 1 hour will not be there, or there may be small disturbance to the actual thing what has been told. It is due to some remembrance failures, or it is due to some extra additions given by that person in between. Okay, so he will say 1 hour is okay, we can do for 1.5 hours also, not okay. So you are trying to change a process, because our human brain thinks on its own sometimes in order to have a easiest way. So it's a design of the brain. So in order to stop that, and everybody should do a same process, procedures are very important, that and procedures cannot be remembered. They have to be documented, and it have to be seen how to do and all. So when you got a 20-step process activity, no intelligent person in this world can remember. So maximum you can remember 1 or 5 points. We also, a human being, cannot remember previous days, right? So maximum 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. So if you go on, you cannot, after a particular time, we cannot remember anything. Only some major things that have happened in our life we'll remember. You cannot remember what happened exactly this week before on this day. Can you tell me what exactly happened last Thursday at this time? Nobody can remember, na? So that is why people write diaries. Diary is an important thing to write everything, so that in order to refer, diary is referred. Okay, that is why. So in order to know what we are doing in a systematic, in an organized way without any deviations, we need to write procedures. Procedures is for us to do that work in a same way by everyone, so that there is no deviation, and everybody works like a mission itself in itself. So that is the reason why procedures should be documented. Documented means written on a piece of paper. Written on a, that is what I am telling all of you, to have a pen and a paper and re-look into what we are trying to say. So when you don't document anything, first you cannot know what you want to do. But then if you don't know what you want to do, then it becomes a big question mark. What exactly is the idea? So then after doing so many whys and all, why this is happening, you will end up actually, why actually I'm taking this. So it should not be that. Okay, so procedure should always be documented. Now, why these procedures are to be documented? Because to have technical, procedure and behavioral controls. So technical, procedure and behavioral controls. Technical controls like equipment, with the, I mean, design, for example, guarding, access and egress, materials, environment protection, like temperature, light and all, issue of PP. So these are technical things. Okay. Procedural things means process, policies, permit to work, administrative control. Behavior control means awareness, knowledge, skill, competition. So all these three things are part of this one. Either we have a risk control measures with respect to technical, with respect to procedural, with respect to behavior. Apart from the controls that we keep based on certain parameters like administrative controls. Any of the thing can come in any of these things, right? Now, when trying to develop a safe system of work, as I said, safe system of work is nothing but a procedure. Instead of writing a procedure, we are calling a safe system of work. Some people call SOP, standard operating procedure. Some people call small SOP, means a safe operating procedure. Some people call safe work procedure. Some people call safe procedure. Some even call work procedures. Some people call safe instructions. Some people call safe WIs, work instructions. So similarly, new word is there that is called SSOW. SSOW means safe system of work. It starts with a big S, small s, and small o, and capital W. So that is how it is written, SSOW, safe system of work. It is nothing but a process functionality, right? One minute, we'll do some exercise. I know. Then, now I kept a live poll. You can see poll. It must be reflecting on your screen. Right. Can everybody see it?
Yes, sir.
Now, emergency preparedness is a technical control, behavioral control, or procedural control.
Sir, behavior control. It's behavior control.
No, somebody's emergency. What is actually emergency preparedness? Actually, what it is, you tell me first, then we'll come to this discussion. What is emergency? Emergency preparedness is a written document that is created by the organization to perform proper roles and responsibilities in an emergency. What a manager should do, what a production manager should do, what this manager should do. So this is a document created to ensure that a proper roles and responsibilities with a organization chart. Emergency organogram is created to have a proper validity of flow of this emergencies requirements in this one. So now something which we have created has to do with process, procedure. So that is why it is called procedural control. That is why it is called procedural control. So you have to keep a tick mark and then you have to do it. Okay. So hope you got it, na? Emergency procedure is a Procedural control. Emergency procedures. Right. Mhm. See, here written. Okay, now permit to work is a what control?
Sir,
Behavior.
it's system control.
No, it is procedural control, no permit to work. System is designed by us. System is designed by a person. So wherever you design systems to be moving in a this one, it is called procedural control. Procedural control. So if something is written and typed and spread across, it is a procedural control. Okay. Behavioral control means the way attitude, perception, communication, supervision, surveillance programs, something that it has to be do with awareness, knowledge, skill, competence. These are all your behavioral controls. A technical controls means with respect to engineering controls, equipment, materials change, issue of this one, environment, all these things come under technical controls. Right. One minute. 1 minute. I am coming. I'm opening this one. 1 minute. Yeah, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. All of you be there. I'm just coming here. I'll have water and come back. 5 minutes. 4 minutes. Yeah, is everybody there? Right. Yeah. Now coming to the yeah. Now coming to the permit to work system. Permit to work system. What is a permit to work system? Permit to work system is a formal written system used to control certain types of jobs. Yeah, Saji, tell me. Yeah, you got a doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So we are discussing with respect to the permit to work system. Permit to work system is a formal written system used to control certain types of jobs that have high hazard potential. A permit to work system should not be applied to every task because see, we cannot apply it to every task because if you do it for every general task, that it becomes very complex. So you see, in any company, hazardous jobs. Can you anybody tell me what are meant by hazardous jobs? Where there is a risk of fire, where there is a risk of death, where there is a risk of toxicity.
Sir, the unsafe jobs are hazardous jobs.
That is what. So we cannot define all unsafe jobs as
Which have
hazardous.
potential to harm you.
Yes, that is true, but you
Sir,
cannot
the
take a.
jobs which have potential to harm you.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying, in case uh, even when there are unsafe activities or unsafe conditions, everything cannot be given for permit to work system. Permit to work systems, jobs are only 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes. So the what I'm trying to say is that what you said is correct. Unsafe activities and unsafe conditions are always existing in any company. Those are hazardous, no doubt about it. What I'm trying to say is that why work permit to work systems are actually required. If you start taking permit to work system, means permit means what? Permission. So if you start taking permission for every work, then the company will only take permissions only. That is why there are certain. 1 minute, Asaji, let me complete. Let me complete. See, this permit to work means permission to do a particular work. In any industry, every day there will be some activities going on. Every activity is going on. Every activity we will not we will only take some controls and without taking any permit controls will go away, like general process activities, general activities and all. Permit to work system is only taken. Permit to work means permission to do a particular work. This is a document. Only permission is taken only when you think that the job is very very dangerous, like welding works. What is the problem with welding? Because when the welding is not done properly, it can result in fires. It can result in explosions. and it can create a lot of problems to the surrounding areas. So it can generate a lot of this one confined space. It is a very important job. So that's why we take permit, because people can die inside once they get it if you don't have a proper control. And permission to work, permit system is also taken when you require support not only from your department, from other departments as well. When you want to do confined space cleaning, you need to ensure that the particular tank is isolated by electrically, mechanically, chemical, everything. So this particular isolation is required. That is why permit to work systems are specialized. Only it is taken in the specialized conditions where the chance of accident is very, very high, and the fatalities will be high, major injuries will happen. So work from height. It is also permit to work is taken if you cross 2 meters height, 2 meter size, 2 meters height. So gas cutting, gas welding, hot works, like working at height, confined spaces, cold works, okay, working with gases. All these things will come under this one. How do you know permit to work has to be taken or not? During the risk assessment itself, or during the emergency control plan itself, you will identify certain works in the company. You will identify certain works in the company based on the nature of the company. Suppose if you take a metal making company where the temperatures are 800, 900 and all, their welding has nothing to do. Their welding, nobody requires to take this one. No? If you have a proper control over gas cylinders, that is not a very big task. But if you see chemical industries, the welding is most dangerous task ever to exist, because a small mistake in welding or gas cutting operation can ignite the nearby gases, chemicals, and it can lead to a potential dangerous this one. So this is very important that this particular thing is understood. Okay. So permit to work system is designed only for certain permanent high risk work. Okay. For while you're working with flammable liquids, suppose you got a lot of, suppose you're working on a near to a water, so you should work only with respect to electric shock, nothing else, because water will never be flammable. So you should also know what to a permit work system, when it should be taken and why it should be taken, right? Those things are very, very important. So why this thing is important? Because if you see these points, the permit is a document actually. So if you see what are the important features of a permit to work document, first you have to write a brief task, what you're trying to do. Then duration. So how many, what is the probable time? 1 day it will be over, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Details and signature of the person authorizing the work. Who is the main authorizer? Because he will be the responsible person. He should ensure that everybody knows it. Next, you have to identify the hazards affecting the work and precautions to be taken. Right. See, when you are trying to carry out a welding of a pipeline, you have to see what are the hazards that it can impose. Suppose the pipeline, whether it's a pipeline on where you are doing the welding, is it clean? Are the proper precautions taken to clean it? All those things. Whether isolations. Isolations means cut off from pipelines, cut off of electricity, everything. So then acceptor means who does the work. In a permit to work system, there are two people. One is the issuer, one is the acceptor. Issuer is the one who wants the particular job to be carried out. Acceptor is the one who does the job. So between these two people, this permit to work acts like agreement, and this agreement will ensure that the responsible people or the responsibility opportunities all has to be taken care in between these two. So this is the permit to work system. issuer and the acceptor. Right. Now establishing a safe system of work. Safe system of work. So now establishing a safe system. In acknowledgement of acceptance by the workers carrying out the task, who would then need to indicate on the permit that the work had been completed in the area made safe in order for the permit to be cancelled. Okay, overrides or any other instructions cancelled. Okay, excludes work not described with the permit. In the event of change of the program of work, it must be amended or cancelled and a new permit should be issued. Yeah. Right. Now emergency procedures. Emergency procedures. In that, I'll just discuss about first aid requirements. Have anybody been trained in first aid here? Have anybody trained in first aid here?
Yes, sir.
See, what is the purpose?
Yes, sir.
Acha, you have been trained in first aid, kya?
No, sir, not fully trained.
You know how to do CPR?
Yes, sir, yes.
What is CPR?
Sir, this is for heart patient.
No, it is for everybody. It is not for heart patient. If you do on heart patient, he will die immediately.
CPR
Sir,
is
when
a
the
cardiopulmonary respiration.
Who is this? Who is this? Now, 1 minute, Asaji.
Sir, it's cardio pulmonary, sir, it's respiration.
Okay. So it is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So I'll tell you what it is. Yes. Very good. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Right. So very good, Sayedji. So don't worry about that small spelling mistake. It happens because cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
Sir, it's very difficult to pronounce, sir. That's why.
No, it is even I cannot pronounce here. What even resuscitation. Sometimes you can say resuscications. They say resuscitation. They will say there are actually some 10 or 11 words to that same word. Okay, so don't worry. We are not here to know the beauty of English. We are here to understand English for the concept purpose. We are not here to understand the beauty of English here. Okay. So we are only to have a medium. English is a medium of instruction. So, but you are able to give the correct answer. At least I am happy with that. Have you been into this CPR anytime?
Sir, I didn't perform yet, but I know the process.
How did you get it? Did you see in videos or is it a live somewhere in your workplace?
No, just videos. I didn't face like this type of situations yet.
Okay, but everybody has to be undergo CPR because CPR is a very important process in first aid. You have to, because by knowing CPR, you can save somebody's life also. You will know whether that person will able to is undergoing some sudden shock. If a person gets into a shock, electric shock, due to electric shock, the heart can have very fast rate. Okay, so CPR should be done on people whom you think that heart is not beating. Okay, so you cannot, Asatji, you should not do it on heart patient. So if some heart patient is there, if he says that I'm a heart patient and you...
Sir,
Ah,
Sir, mostly it's used in heart attack.
yes, heart attack में cardiopulmonary resuscitation is used. Yes, but heart patients, see, all the time heart patients means only they will not come of heart attacks. Na? Only at a critical stage that is required. So especially in heart attacks and all, it becomes very
Sir, my
impossible.
English is
No. What you said is correct, but I'm trying to say that don't do that in heart attack patients. I'm telling you only in case, even if you know it, because the heart attack patient have to be immediately taken to the hospitals. This has to be done on people, especially where you think that there is a electric